Yellowstone 1923 star opens up on brotherly bond with Brandon Sklenar amid tragic end. 1923 is making waves once more on Paramount Plus, and Season 2 heats things up for the character Spencer Dutton, played by the talented Brandon Sklenar. His character's quest to return to his beloved Montana family and his longing to reconnect with his sweetheart, Alex, portrayed by Julia Schlattfer, keeps fans hooked. After embarking on an adventure at sea, Spencer Dutton finds himself getting entangled with the Italian mob following a connection with a man named Luca, who is teetering on the edge of hopelessness. The role of Luca brings Andy Dispenza into the spotlight, and he opened up in an exclusive chat with Reach Titles about his experience working closely with Sklenar. "It was wonderful," Andy enthused. "He's a very committed, extremely talented actor. I learned a lot from him in regards to his subtlety and how he approaches a scene." What developed between their characters was a palpable camaraderie, as Andy recalled. "There was definitely a strong brotherly bond I felt in our work, which really played to our dynamic on screen. We had a good time too when the cameras weren't rolling, a lot of banter and joking around on set." Cherishing that ideal collaborative spirit, Andy praised the balance of serious craft and genuine personality that Brandon offered. "That's the ideal partnership you want in a scene partner. Someone serious about the craft, but a real person on the other side. I'm very proud of our work together in 1923. However, the tie between their characters wasn't destined to last. Luca's story met a tragic halt as he faced a perilous roadblock. Reflecting on the fleeting moments shared on screen, Andy expressed his emotions. "It's terribly sad, a very tragic arc for the character, and even watching it now, I just wish Luca would have gone to the train station with Spencer. Like life, everything happens so fast, and he's been through a lot and is definitely struggling between maintaining loyalty to his family and his idolization of Spencer. It's a Sicilian trait for sure, family above all else. He's misguided, but also just such a nuanced character. I'm so thankful I got to play him. I've never felt closer to a character before," he confided. "I'll admit I did feel quite emotional after watching episode 3. Like I lost a friend who deserved more life, a better life. But upon first reading the script, I was thinking more so with my actor brain, wow, what a powerful 3-episode arc this is. I was just excited to get to work on it." For Andy, known for his roles in The Chosen and NCIS, Hawaii, portraying Luca was a career-defining experience, drawing from his rich Italian roots and detailed characterization, propelling him into a show that has revolutionized the Western genre. Despite auditioning for a different role initially, Andy's compelling persona had the casting directors realign their sights, securing him the part of Luca within just one day. In the vast and rugged landscapes of Yellowstone 1923, a show renowned for its sweeping visuals and compelling drama, 2 actors have been left to forge an unexpected connection, one that becomes the heart of their on-screen relationship. Brandon Sklenar and his co-star, who plays his brother, have developed a bond that resonates deeply beyond the fictional realm, especially considering the tragic events that shape their story. The unique and authentic chemistry between them has captivated audiences, and now, as the show reaches its climax, one of the stars opens up about the brotherly bond they share. Brandon Sklenar, known for his role as Spencer Dutton, shares a quiet, reflective nature that contrasts sharply with the turmoil that defines much of Yellowstone 1923. The show, a prequel to the highly popular Yellowstone series, explores the early days of the Dutton family and their complex history, set against the backdrop of a rapidly changing America in the early 20th century. Spencer Dutton, a character marked by deep inner conflict, seeks solace in the aftermath of personal loss yet finds himself continuously pulled back into the complexities of his family legacy. However, it's not just Spencer's individual struggle that has become a focal point for viewers. His relationship with his brother Jack Dutton, played by another rising star, has also drawn praise for its rawness and authenticity. Jack and Spencer share a complicated and often difficult relationship, but it is also one that exudes a powerful brotherly bond. Both are tied to the same tragic family history, but their ways of dealing with grief and the weight of their ancestors' decisions diverge. Jack's warmth and sense of duty contrast with Spencer's more restless and solitary nature, making their connection both heartwarming and heartbreaking to watch. In a recent interview, Brandon Sklenar opened up about the emotional journey of working alongside his co-star, revealing how their on-screen brotherhood mirrored their off-screen friendship. Sklenar admits that the process of building the bond with his co-star was a matter of both instinct and collaboration. There was an unspoken understanding between us. We didn't have to try too hard. There was a chemistry that just clicked, and that was the beauty of it, he explains. We both approached the roles from a place of vulnerability. So when we were in scenes together, there was this organic connection, this feeling of truly being brothers. For both Sklenar and his co-star, the story of Yellowstone 1923 isn't just about the historical conflict. It's about the personal battles that each character faces. The Dutton brothers, caught in the harsh realities of survival, experience moments of incredible tenderness despite the broader chaos surrounding them. Their bond, forged through shared hardship and loss, adds a layer of emotional depth to the show. It's clear from the way they interact on screen that they understand each other's character arcs intimately, as though their relationship had been building over years. Sklenar's co-star, too, acknowledges the special connection they shared. There was an element of trust that was fundamental to making our scenes work, he reflects. I never felt like I had to second-guess what Brandon would bring to the table. We both had a shared sense of the weight of these characters' pasts, and it brought us closer as performers. There's a real brotherly love in the way we played these characters, and that's something you can't fake. As the series progresses toward its tragic conclusion, this brotherly bond between the two Dutton brothers only deepens. The complexity of their relationship becomes a driving force in the narrative, especially when tragedy strikes. In a particularly heart-wrenching moment, Jack Dutton meets a devastating fate. The loss is both personal and public, leaving Spencer to reckon with his grief while navigating the aftermath of his brother's death. Sklenar admits that filming the tragic end was an emotional experience, not just for the character, but for the actors involved. I think we both knew how much weight that scene carried, Sklenar says, his voice tinged with emotion. When you're playing a character who loses someone they love, it's not just a moment on screen. It's a part of you too. It was hard, but it was also beautiful because it felt real. The grief Spencer feels, that sense of devastation, it was something we both channeled deeply. For Sklenar, the death of Jack Dutton is not only a key turning point for Spencer, but a symbol of the harsh realities of their lives. The brothers' relationship had been built on shared history, yet tragedy proves that even the closest bonds can be severed in an instant. It's a reflection of the world they live in, Sklenar muses. In the wilderness, in a time of uncertainty, anything can happen. You can be torn apart by forces beyond your control. And sometimes the people you love are taken from you when you least expect it. The actors both acknowledge that their on-screen relationship continues to affect them long after the cameras stop rolling. The emotional toll of playing brothers bound by loss lingers with them, and it's clear that the bond they shared on set was not just a product of their acting, but also their personal connection. There's something about being in that environment together, filming these scenes in the cold, and the wild landscapes of Montana that makes everything feel more real, Sklenar shares. It forces you to confront the emotional weight of these moments in a way that's hard to do when you're on a soundstage. You're in it together. For the Yellowstone 1923 cast and crew, the tragedy of Jack Dutton's death is a poignant reminder of the show's deep thematic undercurrents. The Dutton family, for all their wealth and power, is not immune to loss. Their journey is not just one of surviving the challenges of the land, but also surviving the losses that come with love and loyalty. And for Sklenar, the tragic conclusion of his brother's story offers a sense of finality that is both painful and necessary. While the series continues to unfold and viewers remain captivated by the Dutton family's journey, it is clear that the portrayal of brotherly love between Spencer and Jack Dutton will remain one of the most powerful aspects of Yellowstone 1923. The tragic end to their relationship marks a turning point for Spencer, and Sklenar's portrayal of that grief is a testament to the depth of the bond he and his co-star created. The loss may be fictional, but the emotional truth behind it will stay with audiences long after the final episode airs.